Your story is better than you think. I've been thinking about this myself, how I love to look back through my memories. I love to look back through what happened last year, what happened the year before that, and where was I? What was I thinking? Not only through my memories, photos wise, but also my journal. Whatever it may be, anywhere I log a piece of memory, a piece of information, or something I feel is important for me to remember, I love to keep that type of information. And I was just thinking to myself, what about this? What about what has happened to me is so significant? And it made me think of, there's a story that's being written about my life. Unlike yourself, there's a story being written about who you are, what you have done, what you're planning to do, and what you're doing today. There's many more topics I can go into beyond that, but those 4 criteria is your story. And when we think of a story, we think of books, we think of movies, we think of when people tell us story times. These stories are relatable, they're entertaining, they provide information, they provide knowledge, and they also help us depictate what is happening for this type of person. So, your story. Where you've been, where you were born, who you were born with. And that story leads into how you were brought up. Mother, father, single father. What school you went to, your type of friends, your social class, the environment you encountered, the circumstances you were put through, the experiences you went through personally, individually, by yourself, and with others around you. Your story was written and is still being written. As I mentioned, I love to look back to see what I was in comparison to where I am now, because there's an idea about the future that you and I both have, achieving, being, and ultimately living. That idea is a story that's to come. But in order to reach that, you need to write the story daily. In other words, you need to create your story now. Things have happened to you, negatively and positively. You've gone through things that have harmed you, that have distorted you, that might have really disturbed you and traumatized you. But beyond that, you're here today, you're here now, and you're here looking at yourself. In this current position that you're in, with this video, I intend to help you utilize that what you've seen, that what you've heard, that what you've touched, to change that into that future story that you want to attain, that future place you want to be. I've got a question for you. When you write a story, what usually plays out? Usually has a beginning, an introduction, a place that we're taken to, a place described fully. And once we get a basic understanding of where we are, what's happening, aka the noun, we can then develop from there into what takes place. What takes place can be affected by external factors, aka other characters in that story, other people in your life. And from there, that can change the trajectory of your story. Meeting certain people changes what happens in your life. Going certain places changes what happens in your life. For instance, myself, after going to Zimbabwe and both seeing the rich side of life in Zimbabwe and a very poor slum life in Zimbabwe, it changed my perception of wealth, of life, and how people conduct themselves in different areas. That experience altered me. What experience altered you? What place, person, or thing changed how you see yourself or see what you can do? From there, the different characters that are involved in the story, the different environments that are within the story, lead down their own road. So then the story continues in a new way, in a new path. So take note of this. Everything that you've gone through, it's going to be a long list. Everything that you've seen, all the people that are involved in your life currently and in the past, from those experiences, from those places, from those people, what is it you've gained? What is it you've seen? And what has happened from there for you to get here now? Are you still in contact with certain people? Are you still going to certain places? Are you going new places? Have you moved away? What has taken place in your story for you to reach this current point? And I ask all this because it's within understanding your story, understanding what has made you now, you can begin to create your story. You begin to take the pen into your own hand and write out what happens next. Because now you can come in with intention about who you're with, where you go, how much time you spend at X, how much money you spend at X. This guideline creates a different story because the emphasis is on how your story was, but that's not how it is. There's a reason it was the past. There's a reason it had happened for you, but now you get to live how it will happen forevermore. But as we know, any good story, it never happens that exact way. The person has to go through trials and tribulations. The individual has to go through hardship and success. And it's within that story they grow and take a new route, and then a new route, and then a new route. And eventually, the story is always being written, is written in a manner that makes it so interesting. And that's what I believe for you. The reason you've gone through what you have, no matter what it is there for you. Is there you to use it. I love to say that because when we come from that place, we're no longer blaming this person, this place, this thing happened to me. I can't do this anymore. That's not the case at all. The story you tell yourself and the stories that we watch, what they say is so impactful, it can change everything. Do you understand that? What they say, what they believe, what they think is so impactful, it changes the entire trajectory of what even happens next or what happens at the ending. That's the power of stories. That's what the power of talking to yourself, and that's the power of what you believe. So it goes beyond making your own story. It speaks to you now about what are you saying to yourself? What are you doing to yourself? Really, is this even yourself? Your story. I hope you're inspired. I hope you'll take accountability and look deeper within yourself about what your story is about, where it's gone and what it's been through. Go write your story fully, in detail. It may take days, weeks, months, but you get to a point where you reach today. And once you reach today, then you begin to write, next, this happened. This happened. I achieved this. I got this. I finally went here. I finally let go of X. And then watch how you think. Watch how you speak to yourself. Because now you have to believe, oh yeah, this is my new story. This is my new self. No longer am I this person of the past. I'm this person of the present who's walking into the future. I like that. My name is Kanchefu, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe. Share with friends or family who you feel or know or they say, and blame their story on who they are and what's happening in their life. I'm sure this will help them. Like the video if you liked it, and also comment story. Let's keep that going in the comment section. Have a good day, morning, night or evening for wherever you are in the world watching this, and I'll see you next week.